Buckle up, everybody, because today we're taking a deep dive into the wild world of crypto,
Oh, yeah.
and specifically, what might be coming our way in 2025.
2025, huh?
Big year.
Big year. Our crystal ball for this little adventure. A document with, well, a pretty mysterious title.
Mysterious, huh?
Pasted text.
Okay, so right off the bat, we've got intrigue.
Intrigue indeed. And inside, let me tell you, things get even more interesting. We're talking about a potential Solana ETF.
Ah, yes, the Solana ETF.
AI maybe taking over the markets, or at least trying to.
Algorithm's gone wild.
And of course, U.S. regulation. And on that front, there's a big old question mark hanging over everything, especially if, Trump ends up back in the White House.
Yeah, that would definitely shake things up. So this pasted text, it's painting a pretty interesting, maybe volatile picture for the crypto world, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for sure. But hey, that's what makes it fun, right?
Right.
So let's break it down. First up, Solana. Now, this document is saying there's a ton of buzz about a potential Solana ETF.
And the thing is, the SEC, they're actually looking at applications right now as we speak.
No way, really? I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, and we're supposed to get a preliminary decision early next year.
Wow, so early next year.
Early next year. And remember back in 2024 when Solana's price went crazy?
It did go crazy, didn't it? Shot past.
It went past $230.
$230. Wow.
All because of that anticipation. Institutional interest was growing.
So, you got to think, if this ETF gets approved, it's like opening the floodgates.
Yeah.
Even more institutional investors could be piling in.
Exactly.
And that could seriously impact things, depending on, well, everyone's risk tolerance, of course, and how they see Solana in long term. Could be a big year for Solana.
Huge. Now, hold on tight, because this pasted text takes us on a bit of a sci-fi trip, okay? It's saying we might see AI-powered trading bots running the show in 2025.
AI-powered trading bots. Interesting.
Imagine that. Algorithms making trades faster than any human.
24/7, nonstop trading.
That's kind of mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing. Think about the potential, right? AI could spot these patterns in the market, react to changes in the blink of an eye.
So fast.
But, it's still unproven.
Untested waters.
Exactly. So the big question is, could you hand over your entire portfolio to an algorithm? Trust it to make those decisions.
That's a lot of trust.
It is. And then there's the whole security issue, too. How do we know these systems are safe? What happens if there's, a major market crash or something totally unexpected?
Yeah, the whole thing makes you think. And speaking of things that make you think, let's not forget the dark side of AI.
Ah, yes, there's always a dark side.
Always a dark side. Our source points out how AI is being used to make scams.
Yeah.
Way more sophisticated.
Oh, no kidding. And scams were already a huge problem.
Massive.
In 2024 alone, losses from crypto scams, they jumped by 40%.
40%.
Yeah. And with AI involved, that number could get even scarier.
Oh, absolutely. So listeners, listen up. Pasted text. It specifically calls out these APP scams, which are basically these malicious apps. They try to trick you. They look just like the legitimate platforms.
Oh, so you think you're using, your regular exchange app or something,
But it's a fake. And then there's pig butchering, which is...
Oh, pig butchering.
I know, right? It sounds awful. But it's where scammers, they actually take the time to build relationships with you, gain your trust.
Oh, wow. That's devious.
It is. And then, bam, they disappear with your money. So remember, folks, even with all this cool new tech, you gotta stay skeptical.
Absolutely.
Do your research. Don't just trust everything you see online.
Very good advice.
All right, let's move on to the U.S. regulatory landscape.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Big one. And pasted text, it's hinting that things could get really wild if, Trump makes a comeback. Now, Trump and crypto, it's always been a bit of a mixed bag.
Yeah, on one hand, he was worried about Bitcoin being used for, illegal stuff, right?
Like money laundering, that sort of thing.
So that could mean stricter regulations if he's back in charge.
Yeah, but on the other hand, he also seemed to get the whole blockchain thing.
The potential, yeah.
The potential. So maybe, just maybe, he'd actually push for a more, innovation-friendly environment.
That would be a game changer.
Total game changer. But the truth is, nobody really knows what he'd do. It's a total wild card, which makes it both exciting and, well, a little scary for investors.
Totally. Trying to predict how a potential Trump administration would handle crypto, that's a tough one.
Tough one. And then there's this one idea that the source throws out there. You ready for this?
Hit me with it.
Trump might actually try to push for Bitcoin as a reserve currency.
Whoa. Bitcoin as a reserve currency.
Yeah, think about that for a second.
That is, I mean, that would be massive.
Absolutely massive. Reserve currencies, those are the ones that central banks hold, the backbone of international transactions.
So like the US dollar right now?
Exactly. And if Bitcoin took over that role, I mean, the impact on the US dollar, global trade, everything, it'd be like seismic.
Seismic. Now, some people out there, they think this would be a good thing.
Stability, transparency.
Right, right. But then there are others who are worried that Bitcoin's too volatile, too unpredictable to be a reserve currency.
Oh, yeah, the whole thing is super controversial.
Absolutely. And it's something we'd have to unpack really carefully because the implications are huge.
Huge. Okay, brace yourselves for this next one. It's a bit of a curveball.
Okay, all right.
North Korean hackers. Apparently, they're increasingly targeting high-profile crypto entities. And get this, a Bitcoin ETF. With all that potential money in it, it could be like a giant target for them.
You're kidding, right? North Korean hacker.
Not kidding.
Wow, that really highlights a major concern for everyone in crypto, the vulnerability of the whole ecosystem. I mean, these aren't just petty thefts we're talking about. We're talking about attacks that could disrupt entire markets, erode trust in crypto.
Oh, for sure.
The ripple effects could be huge. And the fact that they're targeting high-profile entities, that's scary.
Really scary. So as we look ahead to 2025, it seems like crypto is going to be
Oh, it's going to be a wild
a
ride.
wild ride. We've got the Solana ETF decision, the rise of AI, and then, of course, the whole U.S. regulatory landscape.
All up in the air.
Totally up in the air. 2025 is going to be a defining year for crypto, that's for sure.
Mm.
But there's one more thing I want to leave you with. The source, it mentions how AI, combined with Web3, could actually create entirely new economic models.
Whoa, hold on. Entirely new economic models.
Yeah, think about that. What would those look like?
I mean, it's hard to even imagine.
Is it possible that we're standing on the edge of a financial revolution driven by technology? I don't know, but it's certainly something to ponder.
Food for thought. And I think that's a great note to end on.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the future of crypto. 2025, here we come. Buckle up.
Buckle up indeed. It's going to be a wild ride.
See you next time.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.